Hey, Felicia.
Hey, Tim, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good.
Felicia, where are we right now?
We are on MSC World America, MSC's newest cruise ship.
Is this the inaugural sailing?
It is. It's the first paid sailing of the ship.
You know what makes me mad? Is there was a 3-day before this that we weren't invited on, and all these dorks were on it. The fake YouTubers, the terrible people.
Oh, gosh.
And I hate them all. But we are the first real YouTubers who are unpaid, unsponsored, so we can tell you the truth where all those other travel agents are freaking lying. This is where the truth happens right here. So subscribe and comment and tell truths. Let's all, you know what? The world is a better place if we all just tell the truth.
That's right.
And that's what we can do here because we were not paid to be here, not sponsored at all.
No.
So tell me the truth about this cruise. Yes or no?
Yes.
Scale from 1 to 10 on every cruise you've ever been on. Be honest.
8.
8?
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
I think so. I think I give it an 8.
That's really good for an inaugural because Icon of the Seas was a disaster.
Yeah. I mean, service has been outstanding. The food's been on point.
Now we'll talk about food in a second. I want to talk about this. Very important. It's a point of contention on MSC. They say the food is bland, but we will talk about that in a second. Service. Now you had excellent service on here, but you're not in the general population,
That's
are you?
right. We are in Yacht Club.
Understood.
Yes.
So is this different? I mean, do you have to be rich to be in Yacht Club?
Not necessarily. Look for the deals, but you can get in here. They have inside Yacht Club cabins as well.
They're pretty affordable.
You get more affordable, yeah. But
we almost booked one of those until...
That's a different story.
It's my mistake. We didn't have that. But anyway, we're in a... what kind of suite do we have? They're all suites in Yacht Club, right?
Deluxe balcony.
So they're a little bit bigger than the regular balcony rooms in the GP. I keep calling it. It's so mean. It sounds terrible, but everybody calls it GP. Yeah. But they're a little bit bigger. The balconies are very small here.
Yeah, they are. Actually, the balconies are very small here.
Yeah. It's not a big problem, but I remember being on NCL's Prima and Viva in their suite class.
Yeah.
And it was a much bigger balcony.
Yeah.
And look, you have butlers and servers come over at like every whim. It just happens. Hi, how are you?
Hi.
Good, how are you? Good afternoon.
Yeah.
Do you want anything to eat?
I do. What are my options?
Would you like something to order from here? We have now opened this one, sandwiches.
This one down here. Okay.
So
This is what you have your choices from.
Oh. I think I would like to try, what's the sandwich of the day, do you know?
sandwich, we have sir beef sandwich, Korean beef sandwich.
Corned beef.
Korean beef sandwich.
Corned beef? Korean beef.
Yes.
Is it spicy?
No spicy, no spicy.
I'll try one of those.
Okay.
That sounds really good.
Okay.
What'd you like to try?
Just a side of fries.
French fries.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
The drinks,
Oh, can I get a Coke?
Coke.
I'll have a Coke as well.
Coke with ice.
Yes. Yes, please.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So the service in Yacht Club is outstanding. 10 out of 10 all day long.
You know, you're going to pay maybe a little bit more. Yeah, you are going to pay more than you do in the GP area, but it's worth it.
Let's dial that back. I asked a question, do you have to be rich to be in Yacht Club? And no, you know what?
No, you don't.
Our suite for 7 days on this inaugural sailing, which is a big deal, right? Was about the same as a balcony cabin on Royal Caribbean's Icon of the Seas. About $8,000, somewhere around there. And this includes a drink package and the internet.
That's right.
You can't beat that. And a private suite area. This is the biggest in the fleet as far as Yacht Club goes. And apparently all of our videos have got that word. A lot of people have seen our videos. We were stopped 20 times like, hey, Admiral Tim, I've seen your videos on Yacht Club. We decided to do it.
Yeah.
And we got no commission for that.
No.
Liquor, we talked about that. Basically unlimited. You may have heard there's a 15 drink limit, but in Yacht Club, they are not scanning cards. We asked yesterday, I said, how many drinks could I theoretically order in one day? And she said, as long as you're still standing, we'll keep serving drinks.
That's right. But out in the general population area,
She said GP.
There are limits. There are 15 drink limits per day, and on their little kiosks or little iPads or whatever they use to tally up drinks and scan your card, it shows a blue icon next to everybody's name. When you've reached the 15th drink, it then changes and shows them money.
Right.
So the cost of every drink going forward after 15 is going to be a charge to your
So
card.
you don't get cut off here. You
No.
can still continue
Yeah.
drinking after 15, but
Yeah.
now you have to pay for them.
Exactly.
And those drinks would include sodas,
Yeah.
sparkling
everything.
water,
Yeah,
all that other
everything.
stuff, juices,
Yeah.
coffees in some places.
Mm-hmm.
You can read the information about the drink package. We'll have links to that in the description of this video below, so you'll know what's going on there. All right, now food. Let's circle back to food. Now, a lot of people were saying, including us, on our first few MSC cruises, the food was bland. What did you think of the food? We ate in what, 8 or 9 restaurants on
Yeah,
this?
we ate in several restaurants on the ship, and I didn't think the food was bland at all. I thought it was very flavorful.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially
thought-
Eataly.
Eataly,
It's
yeah,
very
that was
flavorful.
good. I thought they could have a little more salt in places, but other than that, I thought it was very, very good. Not bland.
No, I don't think so.
I think there's more spices and more flavors in some of the food we've had in the steaks.
Including upstairs in Yacht Club.
I had seafood at the teppanyaki restaurant, which was out. You even ate it, which I was really. You don't
did.
really eat fish.
I don't really eat fish, but it was. I had the sea bass.
It
and
was good,
It was
wasn't
good.
it?
Everything
Yeah.
was good.
I had a lobster, which I don't think is a real lobster. I think they do langostinos or whatever they're called, like a small lobster-like thing. But that was pretty good. Some people said it was dry.
Yeah.
I thought it was good, and I also got the not the
Wagyu?
Kobe beef. I got the
Wagyu?
Wagyu beef, which is really fatty, and I'll never do that again.
It was good.
It was
but
all right.
it's not-
I
not
don't
your
like the
thing.
fatty
Yeah.
and chewy. I like the fillet, a nice lean
But the
piece of
flavor,
fillet.
the seasoning and
The
stuff.
flavor
good.
was
Yeah.
very good there. So that we had Eataly, which is Eatlly, I think. Eatlly, and that is their Italian restaurant, which is a new concept here. What did you
Yes.
think about that?
I thought it was flavorful. I thought the food was good. I liked the bread service with the
Yeah.
dipping sauces, and I don't know. I thought it was really good.
I thought it was interesting. Now, people who think of Italian food, they think of Carrabba's in the States. You think of Olive Garden. It's not that type of
It's-
thing. So if
this
you're looking
is-
for pasta, it's more of a northern Italian thing,
Yeah, this
right?
is no Olive Garden.
So it's no typical Italian restaurant. It's more of a northern European kind of thing. A little different. How about the Greek restaurant? What was that called?
Paxos.
Paxos? What did you think about that?
All right, the food was very flavorful, not gonna lie, but it wasn't the food that we cared for too much.
If you're thinking about street vendors like you'd find in New York, Chicago, Philly, who do, I forget what that stuff's called, typical Greek food you find in a big city, and the blue cheese salads and olives and stuff, it wasn't really that. It was a different kind of thing. It was a kebab and some really interesting flavors that I didn't really like
No,
it.
I didn't either.
Some people are raving about this place. So if Greek is your thing, I mean, real Greek food is your thing. If you've been to Greece, you may love this place. It just wasn't our bag.
Yeah, the people we talked to on the ships, half of them loved it,
Yeah.
and the other half were kind of like us.
Yeah,
Meh.
yeah. We
Not so
actually
much.
left our dinner and got pizza. Now the pizza, again, I've said this before on this channel, the pizza on all MSC ships, especially this one, is the best I may have ever had. Now I've had pizza in New York City, I've had pizza in Philadelphia, I've had pizza in many of the big cities all over the world. And the pizza on this ship is some of the best we have ever
Thank you
had.
very
It's
much.
amazing. I don't know what they're doing down there, where they're trained, but the pizza, you have to try it.
Yeah.
It's so good. My favorite is the red pie. It's got no cheese on it. It's not the but the margarita is really good too.
Yeah.
They do have pepperoni. They have vegetable pies, all kinds of stuff down there. We'll show you some B-roll video of some of the pizza here.
For sure.
And we didn't do the burgers really.
No, we didn't.
And they do have chicken fingers and a lot of French fries on here, so the kids I think
That's
will be
right.
happy.
That's right.
The buffets, we haven't really done much on the buffets, but they look pretty typical.
We did what is it, La Brasserie?
Yeah.
We did the buffet there for lunch.
This is strange. They have two buffets that are almost identical right on top of each other
Yeah.
because it's such a big ship with so many passengers
Yeah.
on it. So that's I couldn't tell the difference between them.
Not much.
Yeah. And then there's another place, the Mediterranean, on the top deck, which is kind of like a fast food joint. And
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
I'm trying to think. There's the main dining rooms, of course. There's one that's more Mediterranean based. Kind of a theme down there. They do more pasta.
Of all the specialty restaurants that we went to, which was your favorite?
The pizza.
That's
Oh
not
wait,
a
that's not
specialty.
specialty.
restaurant.
We went on Eataly, we went to Paxos, and we went to the
Teppanyaki and Ola.
Teppanyaki Kaito. Oh, I like Ola.
So do
I
I.
had a chicken burrito. And normally I don't like chicken, but I wanted to try it here because I heard the chicken's very flat. And the chicken was, so that's the thing, people are saying that it's bland, but that chicken At Ola in my burrito was probably some of the best chicken I've ever had.
And I had their tortilla soup, and it was absolutely delicious.
To die for. And they give you a flight of salsas, like 7 different salsas from mild all the way to hot.
Yep, just ask for them.
Amazing. They used to do it all the time. Now you have to ask for the flight.
So good.
Yeah, something to share for you. And they give you a little guacamole and some regular pico de gallo. And they do have more upscale tequilas in that place too. I think it was covered under our drink package.
It was.
Yeah, anything over $14, I think, with our drink package, we had paid a difference. So we paid a couple bucks here and there. But
Speaking of drink packages,
yeah,
what about Elixir?
specialty bars.
What did you think about the Elixir bar?
The Elixir bar is like a specialty bar where they have mixologists in there, like professional bartenders. They do tricks and stuff. A lot of muddling and drinks you can't really find anywhere else. There's this whole menu of specialty drinks, but what did you get there? You got some kind of margarita,
I
right?
got a margarita. It was very good.
I had a espresso martini last night.
You did.
When I was doing my drink package test, which I actually achieved the world record of 32 drinks in one day. Man, it was a rough morning. So I got that. That was my last drink of the evening, and I made the mistake of eating the floating coffee beans on the top because I thought they were chocolate dollops. I'm like, man, these are crunchy. And then Deanna goes, "Did you just eat the coffee beans?" And I'm like, I like coffee beans. I've had them in Hawaii. They're
So
nice, but
funny.
it was disgusting.
So
These were
funny.
not great.
But at the Elixir bar, I mean, you can sit right at the bar and watch these guys make these drinks, and it is so fun to sit there and watch. I learned so much from them.
They are chemists. They're professionals,
They are.
and brilliant. Some brilliance. I mean, everything we've had there, we've tried a couple of different things. You can get Macallan 15 or 18 there. There is an upcharge for it.
Yep.
So if you're into your heavy-duty scotches, they have a really extensive bar menu there.
Yeah.
Where you can get the shots, or you can get something on the rocks, or just about any drink you could even imagine. They'll even invent things for you there. It's pretty neat. It's pretty extensive menu of drinks. So that's pretty neat. Then there's almost across from there, is like a champagne bar. And I had some Dom Perignon last night.
You did?
Which I think was included in my drink package. I haven't looked at my bill yet.
I believe it was.
I'm like, give me some Dom. You know, I was a big falutin. I'm like, here, yeah. And we had a big time with that too. And, so that's a neat bar too, but they also have a limited bar there. So if you want regular drinks, that's in there too.
Right.
And those two bars, without telling you giving away any secrets, I'm just going to tell you that they're really good places if you're looking to gain access to a secret bar. That's right, I said there's a secret bar that nobody talks about, no one knows about, and I'll link it up here because you need to know about this. I can tell you a little bit. They've allowed me to give you a little bit of information about this place. But those two bars are the best places to go.
Don't spoil the surprise. Stop.
If you want to find out more about the secret bar. That's all I can tell you.
That's all.
That's where I would be. If I wanted to go to a secret bar, I would be at one of those two bars.
Yeah.
Mixology or the champagne bar.
And what did you think about the entertainment?
You know, I used to be an entertainment director I was in the Marriott Corporation for a long time, so I did a lot of stuff for a bunch of nightclubs, and as an entertainment director, it's my job to produce and hire a lot of bands. So I'm pretty critical when it comes to entertainment.
You are.
But I thought MSC is usually kind of pathetic in entertainment. It's really bad. But this ship was a step up from that. They have a couple of shows centered around Dirty Dancing.
Yep.
And their vocalists there's like a full band there. The vocalists still need a little time. And these are their first performances,
Right.
so they're still new at it. And they will grow into it, and I think they'll get a lot better. But the musicians were completely on
Oh
point.
my gosh,
they were
they were
amazing.
amazing. Yeah,
Completely
agreed.
polished and ready to
I
go.
mean, for you to stay the whole show,
It's rare.
That's saying something in
Dude, I
itself.
bounce on like 5 minutes for
Yeah.
most of the shows I've seen on this cruise line. Now, MSC Seaside had amazing shows.
Oh, they did.
Strange
They
shows
sure
you don't see
did.
anywhere else on the fleet. I wonder if they're still there.
I wonder.
Peter Pirate Punk, something like that.
Peter Punk?
Oh my
Peter
God,
Punk,
that
the
show.
Michael Jackson show.
And the Michael Jackson tribute, which did
Yeah.
both. But some of the best shows I've ever seen on any cruise on MSC Seaside, and I hope they're still there.
They didn't have anything that elaborate here.
Yeah. They had a Whitney Houston kind of tribute.
Oh, she was really
She
good.
was pretty good.
She was really good.
And then there was Shania Twain's here. She did a couple of shows. Not the real Shania. She might as well be Shania Twain. What was her name? Do you remember?
Patricia.
Patricia something. Bergeron.
Something.
She's from Quebec.
She's kind of.
Very sweet girl.
She's very nice.
Excellent performer. She did a rock show last night.
She did a rock. She did a kind of a.
She sang Guns N' Roses.
She did. She was really good.
She was really good. But she's
Really
not
good.
backed up by a band. I thought it was a little narrow of a show. I thought that show could be improved with at least a guitar player.
Yeah.
Even an air guitar player. Somebody behind her to kind of give you something else to look
What
at.
was the show we saw the night before? Cinna something or another.
Who?
I can't remember the name of it. I'm gonna actually look it up because.
So
now-
to answer your question, these have been definitely above average and definitely better than most of the MSC shows we've seen.
What about Cinasonic?
Oh, that was the movie tribute. So they picked a lot of songs that you would have heard in movies, instrumentals and vocals. And there was some dude here who was saying, he just came out of nowhere. He's like an Irish guy, I guess.
Yeah.
And he started singing the first song. I'm like, oh, this is not going to be great. So he muddled through that one. Then he came out and did this opera song from, I don't know if it was a film or a Broadway play.
I think it was Broadway.
I don't have much culture, so I don't know what it was, but the people we were sitting there with were just blown away. But he came out in an operatic voice, a real heavy baritone. It was just really amazing. It
Yeah.
blew everybody away.
Yeah.
He got a standing ovation for that. So that was nice. And
So
some of
it's
the
really-
other people did good stuff too.
Yeah, they did. They had really good singers in there.
Yeah.
And the dancers and the acrobatics, everything was really good on it.
Song choices were a little weird, some obscure movies, but the audience seemed to like it a lot. So the entertainment is definitely elevated on this ship. I think you're going to enjoy it.
So overall, what were your thoughts on the ship?
I like it. I would recommend it. If you can swing Yacht Club, definitely do it. The ship is bigger than a typical MSC ship. It's kind of I would say a morph between they have a concept ship called Meraviglia, which we've sailed on. It was our first MSC
Yep.
cruise. You've probably seen that on our YouTube channel. It's a merge between that and an Oasis class ship from Royal Caribbean.
Yeah.
They have a promenade down there. It's kind of indoor with some stores and not as many bars as I'd like to see down there. And they say neighborhoods, but I can't really delineate any
I
difference
can't
in
either.
neighborhoods
I
here.
can't either.
So, like, hey, we have neighborhoods like Icons of the Sea says neighborhoods, but Icons are a little more separated. You know when you're in the park or in the boardwalk,
Well, they do have a boardwalk kind of area where
Yeah.
the sports bar is.
where they borrowed that from
Right.
Royal Caribbean.
Right. They do have that. Yeah.
So if you're familiar with a Royal Caribbean Oasis or Icon class ship, then you'll be real familiar with the layout here.
Yeah.
Very, very, almost scary similar, except they have the suite area.
Yeah.
And I think Icon does too. Does Icon have a suite? I think they did have a
I
suite
think they
pool.
do. I don't know. Yes, I think they did.
But this is much bigger. I think there's 4 levels of stuff here. There's an
Just for Yacht
outside
Club.
grill here, which is a new concept. The upstairs up here where the pool is. A lot of covered areas. This is nice. It's 80 degrees out here and pretty sunny. We're sitting out here. I'm pretty comfortable.
I'm comfortable.
There's a
but
nice
we got to
breeze.
wrap this up because we got to go do.
Oh God, we got to eat too.
We've got a wellness sound bath. We got to
Oh,
go
with
to.
our new yoga friend here
That's
too.
right.
They do a lot of
That's
wellness
right.
stuff on the ship. So yeah, I like it. I would give it 2 thumbs up. I think MSC has done an admirable job. Captain's great.
Oh, he was wonderful.
He's very personable. I think all the officers and all the staff is very, very friendly here.
Agreed.
I mean, everybody says hi to you whether they want to. It's hard doing this job day in and day out. And you probably get a lot of jerk customers on here, but they work through it very, very well. So I'm impressed. I would do it again. I would recommend it to you, and I think you should definitely try this. MSC World America, sailing out of Miami
That's right.
on I think just 7-day itineraries at this point.
Yep.
What did you think?
I loved it.
Yeah?
I'd recommend
You do it again?
I would do it again.
Would you recommend it to the most critical of your friends?
I would.
Would you send your mom on this cruise?
If she would do it, I would send her on those cruises.
There it is.
Yeah.
All right, we'll give you some of the highlights of the ship. We'll take you on a ship tour after this, and let us know what you think in the comments. If you were here, if you ran into us, say hi in the comments below. It was great to meet you guys in person. I want to interview some of the people that we've met. We have a couple of Yacht Club experts too. We've done 30 Yacht Club cruises, so I want to get them on this channel too to get their opinion, what they thought about this. All right, let's jump into a ship tour of World America by MSC.